So I'm here at CES 2019, where just upstairs from where I am now, Dr. Lisa Su, President and CEO of AMD, just delivered her keynote speech, and they announced a lot of cool stuff. So they started by taking like 15-20 minutes talking about the impact that they've had so far and how their products are shaping the world or whatever. But then the actual announcement started. So the first thing was second generation Ryzen Mobile, which was actually technically announced earlier this week, but they kind of re-announced it again. And the thing that kind of stood out to me here was this new promise for better driver support. So as some of you guys may know, Ryzen Mobile hasn't had the best driver support over the past year or so that it's been out. And it actually caused some issues you can see in my 6-month review that I made a while ago. But now they're saying, okay, we're going to deliver monthly driver updates for Ryzen and Radeon mobile CPUs, GPUs, APUs. And these will be available, again, monthly directly from AMD, so no need to go through HP or Dell or any of the other OEMs. AMD will be supplying those directly on a monthly basis. So that's cool. I mean, again, we'll have to see if they keep up their promise, but if they do, that would be amazing. So then they moved to the Education Center and talked about the first Chromebooks powered by AMD, which again is nothing really new. And then Dr. Su said, there's a lot for PC gamers to be excited about today. I'm like, okay, this is where the good stuff starts. So they announced Radeon Vega 7, 7 with like the Roman numerals, VII. So it's based on 2nd gen Vega and 7 nanometer architecture. And it has this really robust 3-fan cooler design. And they also, actually, to my surprise even, announced these specs. So it's going to have 60 compute units running up to 1.8 gigahertz. So they're estimating about 25% faster than previous Vega at the same power level. 16 gigabytes of high bandwidth memory, so presumably HBM2, and a terabyte per second of memory bandwidth. So that is quite impressive. So there was a significant focus on like content creators. They're saying, oh yeah, up to 25, 30% better in like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro content creation applications. But then they also said, of course, it's much better for gaming as well. So they actually showed a game that's going to come out soon, Devil May Cry 5, running at 4K max settings on Vega 7. It was running consistently over 100 frames per second, which was impressive. They even compared it to the RTX 2080 from NVIDIA and showed an ever so slight lead. So it looks like it's probably going to be in the same ballpark as the 2080 because all of these leads are like 1 frame. So those would definitely be cherry picked. But yeah, so looking to be same ballpark as the 2080 for available February 7th for $699. So it's going to be quite a pricey GPU. But it'll be interesting to see how the performance ends up being in February once the full reviews come out. So then they talked about the data center. So they talked about their new 7 nanometer EPYC processors, which they actually talked about more, I think it was a couple of months ago at their Next Horizons event. So again, you know, amazing performance, 7 nanometer, all that stuff. Same socket as 1st gen EPYC. And then they showed a demo with a single 7 nanometer EPYC CPU running against 2 Xeon Platinum 8180, so the top of the line from Intel. And it actually ended up being about 15% faster in some data center like genome or molecule looking thing. Then they moved on to Ryzen 3000, so desktop Zen 2. Oh yeah, EPYC 2 is based on the Zen 2 architecture. So then Ryzen 3000, also based on the Zen 2 architecture. They didn't reveal anything too much, but they did show a Cinebench demo of some 8-core Ryzen 3000 CPU, not final frequency, they wanted to stress that, running against a stock Core i9 9900K. So 9900K got 2040 in Cinebench, and they ran this in real time, so it wasn't just cherry-picked scores, they ran in real time. So 2040 on the 9900K, and a 2057 on the 8-core Ryzen 3000, again, not final frequencies. We don't know if there will be any higher core count options available or anything. All we know is that there will be an 8-core available, and it will be slightly faster than the 9900K, it looks like. And it's Cinebench, it's a reliable benchmark, so I'm going to trust it's probably going to be, especially if it's not final frequency, slightly better, or at least in the same ballpark as the 9900K. And then they showed some nude photos of said Ryzen 3000 processor. So what's interesting here is it employs a similar design to EPYC 2, where it has one die that's dedicated to just I/O. Presumably this one's also going to be 14 nanometer. And then, well, the EPYC had multiple dies for the cores, but here there's just one die for all the cores, and that die is the 7 nanometer part. So 2 die chip, looks pretty cool. Launch mid-2019, and no further details. So that's basically all that was announced today by AMD at CES 2019. Radeon Vega 7, EPYC 2 based on Zen 2, and Ryzen 3000 based on Zen 2. So it'll be a very interesting year to say the least for AMD. I'm excited to see how it's going to look. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I will be back at the AMD booth this Friday to meet with some of AMD's people and get a more hands-on experience, hopefully. So definitely make sure you're subscribed for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my coverage of CES so far. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the updates, and follow me on Twitter at SolidStateTweet to get first updates on absolutely everything. If you have something you'd like to say, any comments, thoughts, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys very soon.